Hello guys, and today we are back again, and today I'm going to be showing you part 1 of this series of how to make a kitchen in Blender. And so, this is something that's actually pretty highly searched on YouTube, and probably something that you guys would be interested in. But to keep up with the series, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads of this series. Now let's get into it. So, first thing is search up cereal box texture. Okay, now you'll see all these, and if you go to images, you'll see all these brands or whatever with textures or whatever. So you can go to cornflakes and right click, save image as. So right click, save image as, and we'll just call this cornflakes texture. So we'll just call this cornflakes text and save it as a JPEG. And so basically we're gonna be making the fridge and the cereal boxes in this video. So this will be pretty fun. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So basically we're in Blender. I deleted everything. Save a file so I'll just call it kitchen.blend and save. Alright, there. So Shift A, add a cube. The fridge will be pretty simple. So scale it on the Z-axis, grab it up on the Z-axis, scale on X-axis. I'm pretty sure most of y'all know what a fridge looks like, unless you live literally not even in a house. I don't. Anyway, all of y'all know what a fridge looks like. So it's basically this rectangular thing that's tall and has handles for doors that you can open. So if we hit R, Control R, and then 2, and then left click, and then scale Z, or SZ, like that. And then GG, double tap G to edge slide those. And there, and then we can hit SZ again. Like that. And then we can just hit G. And then basically what we can do is hit ES to extrude it inwards, so that now you have the main fridge and then the freezer part. So basically now what we're going to do is go into front view by hitting 1 on your numpad, or just simply click this Y thing on the 3D viewfinder. Then hit K for knife tool. And then click right here, then hit C, and now that gives you directions exactly where to cut. And so, in straight lines too. And so, let's do that. Make sure you're even. And just hit enter right there. Actually, don't do that, guys. That's a really bad idea. You might as well just add another cube inside of edit mode. So hit Shift A, add cube, then grab it on the Z-axis, grab it on the Y-axis, then scale it really small, then scale it on the Z-axis. And we're just going through this fast because they're basic shapes. So it might take you guys longer depending on your level of Blender and how much you know about Blender and just how fast you are with it. It's okay, you can take your time. I'm just trying not to make the video take too long. So just hit R or Control R2 and then go to face select mode. Go to that face and do that so that you kind of have a handle to use. And here I'll zoom in to make it a bit easier for you guys to see. And so hit E on Z-axis, and this is the fridge handle. So then hit E here. Okay. And then below, do the same thing. Do that. Oops. And then y'all can go and kind of shape your handle a bit, so just to not make it look real weird. Because, I mean, you guys should know what a fridge handle looks like. And then hit GY. Alright, there we go. And now you hit 3 for face select. Select part of the handle, hit Control L to select linked, and then hit G, Z, then GX. Go on the front view just so you can see exactly. And we'll scale this down a bit. And hit G, just do that. Then hit Shift D, Y, or Z, like that. And then you want to hit Shift and select a face on each one of these, and hit Control L to select both these. Linked, and then hit G, Y to attach it to the fridge, kinda. And there you guys have it, the most basic fridge. And you know what, guys? We're not just gonna leave it at this because this looks too simple. I mean, it looks square how it should, but something should be done. So we go to the modifiers tab, go here, hit bevel, and let's change the segments to 2 and make the amount maybe a bit more. And that looks better and more like a fridge. And then also you can just go make sure that these are placed correctly, because I feel like if we select the top one and hit Control L, we can scale it down a bit, especially on the x-axis, to make it, I don't know, just make it a bit better. You can scale it up a bit. You can do kind of what you want to do as long as it looks realistic, because this is a kitchen. It should look like a real kitchen. I mean, am I right, guys? Should look like a kitchen. So, anyways, boom. You have the fridge. Now, let's do some texturing. And we're not going to just grab some textures from the internet. We are going to do this by hand. So, and it's going to be really quick too. So, add a material, go to materials tab, add a material, and call it fridge. Fridge, not fidge. So, go to fridge, and now it's white already. But let's make the roughness not too much, because fridges aren't usually rough. They shouldn't be too rough. So we'll tone it down to 0.3, because they're kind of rough sometimes. And we're also going to do some bump mapping. By the way, if you didn't watch that video on how to bump map or whatever in Blender, well, go ahead and watch that. I'll have a link in the description. So now basically we are going to bump map this. So to do that, go to shading tab in the node editor, and you can see this fridge thing. So now first you want to hit Shift A. If you don't know how to bump map, I'll teach you real quick. So Shift A, add bump right here. Shift A and search, add noise texture. And then what you want to do is plug the color into height, and then the normal into normal. So you can see some actual like texturing. You know, the fridge actually looks kind of wrecked right now. But you can change the scale on the noise texture and the detail. So the scale, set that like 300. Oh, geez, it looks like gravel now. Oh, that's 30, not 300. Oops. 300. As you can see, that looks more accurate, but let's tone on the detail. Detail should be 0.5. Then on top of that, the roughness shouldn't be too much. And then the strength on the bump node should be 0.5, so we're not actually affecting the fridge too much, because we don't want to affect it too much and actually make it look like gravel. Because, you know, fridges, white fridges, they actually have this bumpiness, and this actually looks good. If you set the strength to 0.3, actually looks pretty good. Oops, I accidentally clicked invert. Okay. But as you can see, it looks more like a fridge now. And that's pretty cool, but as far as the handles, we still need the handle material. So go back to the layout, and then go to material tab, add new material, and call it handle. Right here, handle. Sorry, I can't spell today. Handle. And then we can make this the same, like a bit darker, and make the roughness actually more. I'll put it to 1. And then you can go into edit mode and then assign the material handle to the handles. Just click on these and then hit Control L, so like that. And then assign the handle. And there, looks more like a fridge. But the handles should look a bit rough too, as far as actual roughness. So we'll add some bump mapping onto that. So we'll go to the fridge material and just copy these 2 nodes right here. Go to the handle material and paste them right here. And then we simply put the bump to the normal thing. And now look at that, we have bumpy handles. However, again, the strength shouldn't be too high. And scale it up to like 500. And make sure you don't lag out your computer doing this. But because we turn the strength down, it shouldn't lag, really. And, you know what? We can set the strength to even lower, to like 0.1, we'll see. See what that does. Yeah, maybe a bit higher than that. 0.2. 0.2. And you can zoom in real closely and make sure it looks kind of bumpy, but it shouldn't look too bumpy. So there we go as far as the materials for that. Make sure to save your Blender file, by the way. I'm sorry I forget to tell you guys that often. But then, rename this to fridge. Frigidaire. I cannot spell today. I'm sorry. Fridge. There. And we will call this kitchen. I really cannot spell today. Kitchen assets. This collection right here. So now what we need to do, because we have our fridge, we need to make more of the scene. So if we go here and drag this to the scene collection, let's call this kitchen structure, because this will be the actual like structure of the kitchen. So we'll just call this kitchen struct. I can't speak or spell today, guys. I'm just gonna make sure I'm still recording. Yes, I am still recording. So kitchen struct, and basically what we need to do in this collection, hit Shift A, add a plane, and then scale it up by just hitting S, and then make sure to make it so that it's above the grid, but also make sure the fridge is above the plane, so it looks like it's sitting on it. But make sure the plane doesn't go way too up above the grid. Just above the grid, not too crazy. And make sure the fridge is just sitting on the plane like that. And then we'll make the fridge to the left, or to the right of the kitchen, and we can scale this down on the y-axis because we don't need so much space on there. And then we can shift select the fridge, not bridge. I really don't know what I'm saying today. And then move the fridge over like that. And we want some real space in this kitchen. It's gonna be a pretty big kitchen. And so just wanna make sure it looks right. And then the plane should have a material, some kind of ground material. So you know what? We'll go on Google Chrome and just go to textures.com. Textures.com. Yeah, guys, do not go to textures.com. Just search up marble floor texture. That'll help you. Yeah, yeah. Or maybe not much better, but you know, it'd be easier for you. So you can right click, save image as, and then go here. We'll just call this marble tile, and then you can save as that. Go to Blender, go to the shading tab, hit Shift A, texture, image texture, do that, hit open, Go to your downloads, search for your freaking file, which mine is marbletile.jpg. Open image, then simply take the color and plug it in. Boom. That actually looks really good, guys. So yeah, that actually looks really, really nice as far as the floor. However, should scale the fridge up, so not too much, but the tiles just look huge in my opinion. So what I might do is scale the plane down. You know what? No, I don't think we should go. You know what? Fine. Hold up. I'm gonna scale the plane down. Grab it up on the Z-axis. Grab it on the X-axis, and to make this easier to look at, let's just go into the Layout tab and simply just make it just above the grid. And then go to top view and grab it just to the fridge. The fridge is going to be the corner of the place. And as you can see, you might be asking, like, KingIdea, what are you doing? Like, that's such a small kitchen. That's not the whole kitchen. Okay, guys, just keep watching. So we can grab up like that. And then what we can do is click on this, go to modifiers, add modifier, array. And then instead of factor x1, we put that -1. So that's going that way. And then we can make that, the kitchen doesn't need to be that big. You know what? People should have a big kitchen. So, and then just add another array modifier, like so. Scroll down, make it 0 on factor x, and make it 1 on, or -1 on factor y. So, you can make the count a bit more. That looks like a good sized floor. That looks like a really good sized floor, guys. And that looks like gorgeous floor also. So, now we need to basically rename this to floor. And now we need to focus on the cereal boxes, because as you can see, as of this recording, it has been almost 20 minutes and we need to work on the cereal boxes. So simply hit Shift A, like so, mesh cube, grab the cube up, zoom in, hit tab to edit mode, scale SZ, so don't make the box too big though, and then then SX, just scale it like that. And then we can go to the materials tab, hit new, corn flake. Okay, I was making sure I spelled that correctly. Then go to shading, then hit Shift A, texture, image texture, boom, open, and then we have to find the cornflakes thing. So let's see, cornflake text. I'm pretty sure I passed it. Yep, cornflakes text. I don't know how I didn't see that. Y'all probably saw that before me. And so now we go and drag the color thing to the base color. You all see that looks horrible. So let's just do some simple UV editing. Like, actually go to the UV tab and, you know, let's scale this up tiny bit, but also scale it down. So then go to UV and Smart UV Project, hit OK. And so you can select each of the faces. And by the way, if you didn't see how to UV map in Blender, go watch that video on my channel. I'll have a link in the description below. And I'll have a pinned comment to put the video on. So just line it up, and you can go to Edge Select in the UV editor. I think so. And then grab it. And yeah, cornflakes. This is the official cornflakes box, guys. You know, it's just so official. So yeah, if we go to material preview, you'll see that cornflakes is actually on the front, but it's inverted. So what we need to do is hit SX, and then, oops, select everything in the UV editor first, then hit SX, and then basically you're scaling it on the X-axis, inverted. So now it looks like actual cornflakes. And then we can simply go to the other, in the editor, in the viewport, you can select this face, and then go to the UV editor and line that up with the actual box, and well, what it should look like, and like that. Then hit GY, like that. And so now you can see that looks pretty official. However, again, it's inverted, so we need to hit A and then SX to invert it back, or revert back. And now, as you can see, looks more official than ever. And then we take the back side of the cereal and fix that up. Again, hitting A in the editor. And so that's not even the back side, that's literally the nutrient side, slash, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Anyway, the nutrients, whatever it's called, I really don't remember. But anyway, this is a 3D modeling tutorial, not cereal box telling what that is tutorial. And then the back of the box needs to be fixed, so that's, well, pretty simple. So you just take that and put that there, but scale it correctly so that it's not super weird, like how it is right now. But we're fixing it. So we can just go that, do that, do that, and yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this green little slab is for over here. Anyway, take the top of the box, hit A, take this, grab it close, SY, and then the editor, scale down the Y-axis, and then simply SX to scale it up in the X-axis and the UV editor, and then hit GY to grab it on the Y-axis, like so, and that looks so stretched out. Hold up. Yeah, why does that look messed up, guys? I really don't know. That, like, I put it right, though, right? I mean, like, if... Oh, yeah, because I have to rotate it on the X-axis 90 degrees in the UV editor, and then I have to scale it down on the Y-axis again. Yeah, and then I have to scale it on the X-axis. Sorry for the painful UV editing process. And then now, I hit RX 180. Boom, that looks much more official and much better. And then we can just line it up more precisely than what I was doing. And look, that looks very official. Kellogg's Cornflakes cereal. Yeah. And then we hit A again and hit RX 90 and grab that to the bottom of the box. And it looks so official. I mean, right, guys? It just, you can't go wrong with freaking cornflakes. By the way, I don't like them with regular milk. I need almond milk. But yeah, guys, that actually covers up the cereal. And so now if you go save your Blender file, you can put this cereal on top of your hefty fridge. Like so. So just make sure to grab it properly to put it on your fridge. And also, this is cereal. And then we also need to drag this to the kitchen assets folder, or not folder, collection. not the kitchen structure collection. And boom, you have your cornflakes on your hefty fridge. Your useful freaking fridge that you use to put your cereal on. At least that's what I do. That's what me and my family do. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And we're just going to duplicate this cereal like 3 times because who cares? I mean, I guess you have 3 boxes of cornflakes and that's really weird. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And make sure to subscribe and hit notifications for part 2. Goodbye.